All right, so I'm back again. Black History Day 5. Today we're talking about a person and not an event. You know what I'm saying? Today we're talking about Medgar Evers, you know what I'm saying? A civil rights activist who isn't as well known as, Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King and them. So we're going to talk about this man. Medgar Evers was born in 1925 in Decatur, Mississippi. Medgar Evers ended up dropping out of high school at the age of 17 and joining the Army, where he ended up fighting in World War II. In 1946, after 3 years of distinguished military service, he received an honorable discharge and finished high school. After finishing high school, Medgar Evers then enrolled into Alcorn College, now Alcorn State College in Mississippi. After receiving his Bachelor of Arts degree, him and his wife moved to Mound Bayou, Mississippi. Alarmed at the poverty level in the black populace of rural Mississippi, he decided to do something about this, so he decided to join the NAACP. Evers began organizing local NAACP chapters in the area and coordinating boycotts against gas stations that would not allow blacks to use their restrooms. Following the Supreme Court ruling of Brown versus Board of Education, which outlawed segregation in public schools, Eggers decided to apply for admission to the University of Mississippi Law School. His application was denied, though. So this caught the attention of the national leadership of the NAACP, and they appointed Medgar Evers as the first field secretary for the NAACP and the state of Mississippi. So, of course, Medgar Evers accepted the position, and he ended up moving to Jackson, Mississippi, where he tried to build an NAACP office there. In the early 1960s, he organized high-profile boycotts of merchants in Jackson, Mississippi, which, of course, they was not fucking with. At this time, death threats were a regular occurrence to Medgar Evers, and he was found to be on a lot of white supremacist death lists. Of course, that wasn't enough to stop him, though. His average workday was about 20 hours, which consisted of him organizing boycotts, marches, and bailing out those who had been arrested. In 1963, Medgar Evers' house was firebombed, which a few weeks later led President John F. Kennedy to address the nation and call white resistance to civil rights a moral crisis. On that same day that John F. Kennedy was addressing the nation, Medgar Evers was attending an NAACP meeting or event, and when he returned home shortly after midnight, he was struck by a sniper's bullet. He died 50 minutes later on his front doorstep. The FBI conducted an investigation, and they came up with a suspect, Byron Del Beckwith, who was a white supremacist. His fingerprints were found on the gun at the crime scene. However, he was tried twice by all-white juries both times and wasn't convicted either time. 30 years later, he was convicted in 1994, finally.